Here we go. I'm live. Hello, it's me and you're late.
And me.
You've been faffing about getting, what is that, coffee?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We were almost on time.
Well-
I was sat here on time.
And then you said we could show those bits that we got the other day.
Well, I did.
So I went and found them. So then I was late.
That's true. Is it my fault as usual? Is that what happened?
I could have been more on time, to be fair. I was cozy in the other room. The fire was going. It was lovely.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're here now. A whole 2 minutes late. Welcome. Good to see you. Who was it who was saying, how is it Sunday again? I know what you mean.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
The weeks are just flying by, aren't they? Already. We're barely into this year.
I know. Sean said, hi, Nick and Andrea, that time again. Wow, weeks are flying by. Is it just me? It's not just you.
Just whizzing. Whizzing.
I
I've
don't
got to
know.
make the most of every week, every day.
I don't know if it's an age thing, but time it just accelerates. You know what I mean? My nan used to say that to me all the time. She was right.
I hope it doesn't get quicker as we get older.
Madness. But anyway, welcome. This is our Sunday live hangout that we do pretty much every week. If you're new to it, please pop in and say hello. If you've never commented, we'd love to find out who's watching and doesn't normally comment. And yeah, we don't have much of a haul. We did pop in a charity shop or two, and you picked up a couple of interesting items.
Yeah,
So we'll share
not a lot.
those, but we thought we'd just have a chat. I put in the title, it's the meetup tomorrow. We'll chat a little bit about tomorrow. No, it's not.
Tomorrow.
Mind you, the speed time
it's on
is accelerating.
Saturday.
Next Saturday. So we'll chat a bit about that. And then we might take some questions. Oh, I have a moan. To do about how not to resell.
Yeah. Have you had any comeback on that yet?
Well, I'm supposed to be getting a refund now. Anyway, right, let's say some
Don't you have to
hellos.
send it back?
No. So yes, well, welcome Sean. Steve was first in this evening. Hi, Steve. Mark and Aid.
Yeah, it's a very
Peter.
wet Norfolk as well, I have to say.
It's been hammering it down. Yeah. Oh, Gary says, yeah, wet hitching. Yeah, same here. Another Steve. Porkies, hello. Belinda, once loved treasures. Lots of people. Oh, a
Yeah,
secret
soggy
Papa.
Norwich. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Soggy where we are too.
Yeah. Woo woo. In soggy Norwich. Fluffy muffin. Can't get enough of that. Oh, Phil. Hi, Phil. Chatting with Phil about AI earlier.
Oh, that scares you, doesn't it?
Well, I don't buy into most kind of wild conspiracy things that like to worry us, but AI is the biggest threat to humanity. I'll just leave it there. Look it up on YouTube. It might freak you out.
Here come the comments.
Ian, well done. Well done. My brain is not. Well done, Ian. Well done for your comment.
I think you've frozen your brain because you've been working outside.
I have. I meant to say welcome, but well done.
Well done for being here.
Well done for surviving another week, everybody. Round of applause. Yeah, I got so cold working out in the office, or the to-be office.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now? It's going to be the office.
I don't know. We need to figure out getting a decent Wi-Fi signal in there. That could scupper the plans. Although we can do a TP link thing, can't we, through the sockets?
Well, we hope so.
Yeah, we used to do that in the office. Had a TP link, so let's not talk about that. It's dull. This is going well. Anyway, I won't read out all the hellos because we'll be here all night. Will and Michelle and Derek, who is going to be there next week. I'm sure I saw. Yes. Looking forward to the meetup.
Yeah,
Well, perhaps
so
we'll
is
talk about
Damien.
that first. Damien, welcome. Well, I'm going to scroll down to the end. Can't wait to see you all next week. Excellent.
Oh, cool.
And Pete's going to be there. Right, let's scrolly. Wish I could go to meet you all, but a bit too far. That's a shame, Michelle. Right, can I get down to the end? I just don't want to miss any questions or anything. Hi, Lainey. Richard's in, Nia's in. Welcome. Scrolly. Quickly, James, some of you may be aware, streamed for a full 24 hours a couple of days ago. I popped in and said hello. Yeah, well done.
Madness,
Crazy,
absolute
crazy fool.
madness.
But yeah, great effort. And yeah, you survived. Right. I don't know if any newbies have said hello. I've kind of whizzed past.
Oh, I know you want to highlight that, but that one as well when you've.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jack, for the super chat. Thanks for my mug. Yes, I didn't realise it was you that bought it when I shipped it out. Which mug was that? Can't remember. Was that the Starbucks one, wasn't it? Because I picked it in the video, but didn't realise Jack had ordered it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to give you like a little hello in the video. But thank you so much for supporting what we do. We appreciate it. And in that vein, quickly, I need to say hello to Mark and Shell, who picked up a little Dumbo plush that I think was also in that video. And they saw it and they picked it up, I think, for their grandkids. So thank you so much again for supporting our business. We really appreciate it. It should be with you by now. And did you want to read that one for us?
Yeah, a Sycamore Emporium says, "Hiya, Nick and Andrea. Claire and myself have been watching for 4 months now. Shout out to Stephen and Claire in Norwich." So hello, Stephen and Claire. Thank you.
Hello.
Very close to us now.
Yeah, we're locals now.
Sycamore Emporium. Oh,
sounds fancy. Is that an actual emporium?
Check that out if so.
Yeah, we'll come visit. Right. Yes, RS congratulating James on the stream. Well done. And Junie's in. Lots of people. Right, can I get to the end? Is anyone making a vlog of next week for those who can't make it?
Maybe.
I don't think I filmed really at the last couple of meetups.
No.
I might try and do something. I might try and do something. It's a bit awkward when you're socializing a lot. And also to remember, because it goes by in such a flash. And then we're having a few drinks as well, so you tend to forget to film.
Yeah.
But I will try to. I'll try and put something together, even if it's just a few little snippets of the evening. Yeah, it would be nice.
We could do that, couldn't we?
I think Pete normally vlogs. Peter Ray normally makes a video. But yeah, we will try and put something together.
Mm.
Or you could try and make one for your channel, and I'll do one for here. Right, still haven't got to the end. Why a coat hanger? Is that how you do it? Right, I'll try that.
Highly technical.
Yes, that's what I was saying. A TP link. Whatever that bit means after it, yes. Oh, that's not a power line adapter. It's a TP-Link Deco M4 mesh. Blimey, that sounds technical. Because we had the power one before that used to make, because the Wi-Fi wasn't great in our last house. And when I used TP-Link to the office, it was way, way better to be hardwired.
Yeah.
But we'll have a play about with that. Okay, am I at the bottom yet? No.
Oh, another one from Jack.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
It's very kind of you. Yeah, Starbucks.
We have a very annoying fly in here. It's driving Jeff mad.
Jeff is obsessed with this one fly that keeps buzzing around, and he just sits there, and he tried to eat it earlier, Ellen said. I've named it Ralph. Where's Ralph gone? I saw him then. Anyway, if you spot Ralph, he's our new friendly fly. Oh, Damien's going to vlog. There you go.
Okay.
Chris, I think Chris is going to be there, isn't he? Are you coming, Chris?
Yes,
Pretty sure.
I think Chris is.
Yeah.
Chris and Catherine.
Oh, that's a good question. I did try and make some videos using. We had a one-on-one chat with an eBay representative. There goes Ralph. Did you see him? And I did an audio recording. I asked the young lady, and she was perfectly happy. I said, we have a YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. But there were so many people chatting around us, you can barely make it out. The audio quality is terrible. So I kind of shelved making those videos, but I will share some of the tips and stuff we were told, because they're nothing amazing, but just some interesting little insights.
They're pretty much mostly what most people know, but there was a
Kind
couple
of.
of things that,
They confirmed a few things and debunked a few things, which was helpful. Yes, in short, it's just finding time to do it and motivation. Oh, Tina there. Thank you for my lovely red Chippendale Disney Christmas mug.
Oh, excellent. Glad you've been enjoying it.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. Was that a really tall? Was that a big one?
Yes.
I remember doing a big Christmas red mug.
It was a tall one.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a lovely mug. Yeah, that's the same. Oh, Mark Draper says, Hitchin misses you. We miss Hitchin, I have to say. We really do. Dad and son say, boring question, advice on getting new stock without boot fairs. So at this time of the year, it's mostly charity shops for us, isn't it? We look out for jumble sales.
Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of sourcing online.
Facebook Marketplace.
Bundles off eBay. I've been dabbling. Very niche stuff. I bought a small collection of CDs and some other CDs.
Yeah, looking out on Facebook Marketplace and those sort of sites as well.
If you've got an auction house near you, you could look into that. They tend to run all year round. There's a couple near us that we have dabbled in a little bit to varied degrees of success. But yeah, when we are properly sourcing, boot sales are the best, along with a good jumble trail or yard sale event. We love those. And the reason we like those, or I do particularly, is you get different people at yard sale events. You get kind of fresh stock. It's not traders who go every week to the boot sale.
Yeah.
And
because boot sales have turned into that a lot, haven't they?
Yeah, you still get the family having a big clear out.
Yeah.
But an awful lot of traders at boot sales, which stands to reason. Yeah.
So Neil says, don't get extenders, etc. Get a mesh set up, Netgear, Orbi, etc. or something similar.
Oh, so that sounds like the same deal. Mesh setup. Okay, I will look into that.
Bang on Trend says, be good to come to a meetup, but too far from Spain. But heading back to the UK after our move, so maybe the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, David, still nursing a broken hip. Oh, had to go out today because son wanted that prime drink.
Have you heard about this?
I totally don't get this.
Somebody shared an article of a young lad who's been selling empty bottles on eBay and making lots of money. The prices that's making, I don't understand.
It's absolute insanity.
It must be only a couple of quid a bottle in the shops, right?
Oh dear.
It's just bonkers. And all because some famous YouTuber is backing it, yeah?
Yeah, it's KSI and what's his name?
Logan Paul.
Yes. I nearly said Paul Logan.
Beyond me. Paul Logan, who's he?
Logan, I don't know.
Oh, need a drink.
Neil says, I get the house Wi-Fi at the end of the street and the garden. Awesome. What did I? Oh,
right.
Phil,
I need one of them. No, it was just Phil? Chris was just confirming he is coming.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Hang on. I'm getting some more drink.
Oh, Phil says, I will ask a friend. Is that? I don't know if that was a typo. We'll ask. Ask our friend.
AI.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was Al or AI. That was what was confusing me. I wasn't sure if I was reading it right. I'll ask our AI friend to write a poem about Ralph and Jeff. Okay.
Phil sent. I haven't showed you.
Phil See, I'm not in the loop on this, Phil. That's why I was confused if you had a friend called Al or whether it said AI.
I was chatting with Phil earlier, and he asked this AI chatbot, the one that's kind of everybody's talking about at the moment, to write a poem about Nick, the reseller. And it wrote a poem that was uncanny, yet it doesn't have access to the internet, and it didn't know who I was. Yeah, it's bizarre, wasn't it? I'll show you later.
All right, I'm just scrolling down because we've got a super chat here from Gadget Man.
Hello, Jason.
Thank you for the super chat. It says TP-Link Powerline kit is better and cheaper than a mesh system because it's a wired system and even works through thick walls like yours where mesh won't. Oh, so that's different advice.
Oh, now I've got two contrasting bits of advice. Well, I'll have a go with the wired system because it is relatively cheap. I've used it before, know how it works. And if that doesn't do the job, hardwiring it will boost the Wi-Fi, which I'm assuming is what the other thing is, a big booster, right? So some description.
Oh,
although we do have a BT booster thing in the front room that we could try and use in there.
We could. Yeah, I think it would probably still be fine in the living room because it's not too far from the modem.
We'll make it work.
So David Moore says Prime is absolutely disgusting, like melted down crap sweets.
Oh, you've tried it?
I don't imagine it's very good for you either.
It's just another one of those energy drinks, isn't it? Like Red Bull.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I nearly said Paul Logan.
Paul Logan, as in Paul Hogan. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, Gadget Man. And again, thank you so much for the drill. I have been using that endlessly. And it's really nice. It's kind of the upgrade from what I had before. So it's that little bit lighter, which makes a world of difference.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm just shaking my head at this. Prime is on sale for £100 a bottle in a wine store in Wakefield. Ridiculous.
What?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Who's paying that for a drink? A disgusting drink from what we've just heard. Wow. Oh.
Sandra says, I was reading about a lady who goes into the skips at charity shops and finds lots of good things and new things to resell or to give to people.
It is shocking what gets thrown away.
It is.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Are we at the end of this chat? No, we're not. Maybe you two need to release a viral drink.
No, we do not.
I'm currently drinking apple and raspberry, and it's gorgeous, but it's like a Tesco's brand. It's actually called Jack's. Is this anything to do with you, Jack?
Oh.
Right, shall I have a moan?
Yeah, go on then.
Does anyone want me to moan? It's not really a moan because it's all worked out, although I had to fight a little bit.
Sean says Prime is very bad. Read the label and on the back it's full of chemicals. Yeah.
Well, all of those drinks are, aren't they? They're all
apparently it's meant to be a vitamin water.
Oh, is it?
Right.
So it's not one of those energy things. I don't know. I can't see me trying it at £100 a bottle. So I have a slight moan, but it did
Neil's
work
ready
out
for
in
the
the
grumpy old man.
Okay, so you won't have heard, but I collect music. One band in particular, Depeche Mode, and I'm trying to complete a collection. They have a single.
You've never heard about his record collection or the band he likes.
I'm trying to complete this collection of reissues of the singles. There's 36 of them, and they come in funky little boxes, and they are awesome. And they are hard to track down. This one's worth about 20, for example, while all of the later ones from Songs of Faith are. And I found it was actually Momox. They're a German-based company that buy and sell media, a bit like Music Magpie in the UK. And they had one of the later issues, very hard to get hold of, and they had it up for £7 something, was it? £7 or £8, which for this is a bargain. It's still got the Momox sticker on it. So it was listed, and it had a what do they call it? Like a product image, a generic product image. And then they just called it acceptable, and I bought it. So it's turned up.
Yeah, there was no explanation of why.
There's no description.
Were grading it as acceptable.
So it's turned up, and it is showing. There you go. It has been soaked at some point. The sleeve is stuck to itself. It's supposed to fold out. It's kind of stuck to it. It's a mess, right? For a collector, it's not acceptable. I don't think that's acceptable, full stop. But, and as I said to them, when I said, I've got this problem with this CD, it's turned up and the sleeve is completely water damaged. And they said, well, we described it as acceptable. I said, yes, you did, but you didn't show a picture of why it was acceptable. You didn't say anything in the description about the water damage.
It's not acceptable to you.
Look at that. And that's exactly what I said. I said, it's not acceptable to me. They said, send it back at your cost and you'll get a refund. I said, no, I'm not paying for it. It's not been described properly because you didn't describe
Nick's
the problem.
become that awkward customer.
Well, only when it's warranted. Anyway, we had a couple of emails and they said, okay, we accept that. We should have explained what the damage was. And then they said, keep it, we'll refund you. So it worked out okay, but this is why the big guys, their customer service fails, because they don't have the time nor inclination to describe things properly, take actual pictures of the item and give that level of service that's required, whereas we can. So that's something we've got above the likes of Music Magpie and Momox, etc. What are they saying? You're very predictable, Susan. I'm sorry, but I knew it was coming.
Stu said
that's been kept too close to the wet CD. Indeed, it has. Yes, Belinda. See, I think I was perfectly within my rights to moan about this one.
50 Georgie thinks that you're very scary when you're angry. He is scary when he's angry. I take cover when he's angry. Things might be thrown.
What's that? Did that still come from that unmanned stall that you found? I don't know which one you mean, but no, it was bought online.
I know which one you mean. The one that we pulled up to and everything was soaking wet.
Oh, no.
Outside someone's house.
The weird yard sale, the 24/7, 365 days a year yard sale. No, we weren't buying anything from there.
Yeah.
Nikki, I'm not scary. I can be forthright when I feel like I'm correct.
Oh, dear.
I'm boiling up. Because I was working outside, I've got 2 thermal layers and a t-shirt, and then I had a hoodie thing, a gilet, and a coat. But now I'm inside. I'm boiling up. What layer can I get down to? Hang on.
You don't want to see what I'm seeing. Oh my goodness.
Right, I'm going down to my thermal underlayer.
David says, you wonder how many times they don't refund badly damaged items due to not wanting to pay for the return. Yeah, a lot of people would just drop it, won't they?
Well, I had to, we had a backwards and forwards for a few emails, and I had to be no, this isn't acceptable, as you state. And then they were like, okay, fine. But I did have to push them a bit. Anyway. It all worked out in the end.
David wants to know an update on the hall. Should be arriving next week, shouldn't it?
We are looking. I need to see if I've got any emails. We're looking at the 16th, which is when we get back from Hitchin.
Is that the Monday?
Yeah. Well,
That's
the plan. I need to get confirmation of that, and I need to have enough work done in there so we can hopefully put the stock in there.
Yeah, see, I think you're right, Michelle, and I don't think I'd have bought it if it said acceptable on it. But I think, well, no, that's not going to be in very good condition.
Well, here's the thing. Because they didn't put any further description in, you don't know what you're getting. That's the problem.
You're playing with fire, aren't you? Because you're thinking, well, if it turns up and it's in the right state, I'm going to complain.
It was,
which is exactly what happened.
The other thing, the reason I went for it and I thought it was a fair gamble as well, was it was £7 or £8, and that CD would normally fetch 15 to 20, so it was less than half price, which is understandable. But if they'd only described it as it is, I wouldn't have bought it. That's the point.
Yeah, and I do agree they needed to have described what the issue was with it.
Yeah. And I have bought from Momox before when they've said acceptable, and it's been perfectly fine. So there isn't really a precedent to base what the condition's going to be on.
Some comments here about, are you calling it a gilet? A gilet, they were called jerkins when I was a kid, says Neil.
A gillet, as I used to call them. Yeah, I've got a gillet. Do you want to see?
Kathy says gilets were body warmers when I was young.
Yes. And to be honest, I've only started using the word gilet in the last,
I think it's since
5
we
years.
started selling clothes on eBay, and they call it a gilet on eBay. So we just call it that now.
It's all these fancy sellers on eBay. It's rubbed off on us. There's my hooded gilet.
Oh, Phil says, Nick and Andrea are watching The Chase. They can't help but laugh at the scene in their place. Jeff's tail is wagging. Oh, this is his rhyme.
This is an AI that makes these up in.
Jeff's tail is wagging. He is having a blast, but Ralph's still flying. He's moving fast. Okay.
I know.
Right.
That's a good use for that. The superpower that is international AI, whatever, Google AI. Is it Google's one? I'm not sure.
Gadget Man says, I buy like new or very good, not good or acceptable. I'm the same, I have to say. It's probably a lesson to learn as well, perhaps, because
it is. I understand that side of it completely. But you see, if they'd have actually put a description in and put actual pictures of the actual item, none of it would have happened. That's the point.
But yeah, stay away from acceptable in the future.
Yeah. But like I said, another one I bought for my collection ages ago was I would have described it as very good, if not near mint, and they'd put acceptable on that. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, should we share this micro haul?
Yeah, it is literally a micro haul of 5 items. I can't count.
Counting, not the strong point. Oh, jeez.
I thought you had more books than that.
But yes, I take your point, and generally I'd be the same, but I like to go on the written description and the photos as well, because it's very kind of, what's the word, subjective, isn't it? What's good to one person, what's acceptable to another.
I never know the difference.
Subjective, objective, I get confused. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. I find it annoying when they say a condition is used condition. No idea if it's good or bad. Yeah, and that's why if you go that extra mile and put lots of pictures in and a description of the faults, which is what I do when I'm listing vinyl and CDs, if I can, I will put more than enough information in.
Yeah. And
then you cover yourself. It's as much for you and covering yourself.
Yeah, Damien says I list everything as good unless it's immaculate. Then I put like new. And most of the time it's very good. So customers' expectations are exceeded. I generally put very good because I worry that if I just put good, people won't buy it. So I put very good. Well, because my standards are very high anyway. I'd only like to list things that are, in really, really good, excellent condition. So
I think the old adage is under promise and over deliver, isn't it? Yeah. And if you stick to that, you can't go far wrong. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Tina, I don't even bother with long descriptions anymore. I just copy back in the title and the condition, and sometimes I add a couple of extra things, but I generally go on the fact that people don't read them anymore. They look at the photos and that's that.
Yeah, I will.
But they will quote you on your description if they think that there's an issue with it. So you have to be careful there.
I do a similar thing where I will use that condition description box and put what I think needs to be explained, and then generally I will just copy and paste that. And then if there needs, sometimes when I do a bundle of stuff, I will say in that little condition box, see main description for individuals, like a bundle of books, and I might highlight ones that have got writing in or ones that have got damage in a bundle.
So Damien's got a good point there. It depends on the value of the item too, and if it's likely to appeal to a collector, then description is as accurate as possible. And this is what we're talking about because you're a collector. Well, so the description was not accurate.
This is a collector's series. They are expensive for what they are. That's a single, and this was very cheap at £7 or £8. So you're only selling to a collector. So you need to be precise on what it is, and just saying acceptable and then putting a price on it, they're leaving themselves open to problems. And at least their customer service kicked in, 2 or 3 emails down the line. They said, okay, yeah, we accept, we didn't describe that, here's your money back. Yeah,
they were just hoping you were going to go away.
So we popped in a couple of charity shops, and you found some interesting pieces. That's rather nice, actually. I've not seen that close up.
There's a couple of things. I've got another one very similar to that upstairs, which I haven't listed yet. So I'll probably do them at the same time.
I think we've all seen these. We used to have a plain one at home, actually. But this one's been hand decorated. What is that? Top hat and a mask. Musical notes. Yeah. It's kind of like got a party theme on it.
Musical theatre kind of thing, maybe.
There's a top hat. I don't know what the green thing is. Is that a champagne bottle?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
And a little mask. Anyway, it won't be an expensive item, will it? To resell, I doubt it.
Probably not, but they're interesting, I think.
What did we pound that? Pound?
£1.50.
£1.50.
And then on the wooden theme, I also got a nutcracker, which is just really intricately carved. And I thought that was quite interesting. And I paid £2 on that. So absolutely no idea whether that's got any value whatsoever. If it doesn't, I'll just keep it because we don't have a nutcracker. And I nearly bought some nuts at Christmas and then realised I didn't have a nutcracker.
We have. Oh no, they're just.
Yeah, we can't crack those. We need to roast them.
They're for roasting on the open fire. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, and then I've got a little Studio Pottery candlestick as well, which is signed on the bottom. I haven't actually looked this up yet, so I don't know who the artist is. But yeah, I thought it was just interesting because it was signed, and I paid £2 on that. Yeah, £2.
That's quite ornate, actually.
It is, isn't it? Rather like that.
Someone's put a lot of time into it. Have we not got any nuts apart from those?
Katie Saurus says, "Is that for when Nick is naughty?"
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, you can get a good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's a Jeff.
Oh, hello, Jeffrey.
Can you hear him?
So
here, Jeff.
I managed to spend a whole £1 on 2 Puddle Lane books.
Which really I thought was 3.
That's all I bought, was it, that day?
Here's a Jeff.
We were just out exploring little places around and about. Look, Ralph is here again.
No,
Jeff's after him.
He's here to torment.
What's Jeff? This is what he's like. This fly won't go away and he's obsessed.
Absolutely obsessed.
Get him, get him. Go on, get him. Oh! Did you get him?
I don't think.
Oh, Ralph, where have you gone?
That must have been so loud to you because he's right next to the microphone.
He's looking down there. Where is he?
Oh, it's there.
Go on, get it.
Oh, this is great entertainment. This is, isn't it? A dog chasing a fly.
Tell all your friends there's a dog catching a fly live on the internet.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's flying away. Right.
So funny.
Yeah, so we weren't really outsourcing, but when we're in a new place, a lot of you will be the same. You check out the charity shops, right? You have to do it. But that's all I bought. These are actually worth having on your radar. It's a Ladybird series, and there's several colours. There's like an orange series. This blue series, I think, is series 1. Yeah, or stage 1. Last time I had some of these, I think they were the later orange ones, which I think go a bit better. I tend to lock them up. Oh, that was close, Jeff. You nearly had him.
That was like an explosion of fur then.
A fur?
Yeah, his fur just went. His hair.
Jeff, come on, where is he?
Oh dear! Look at his paws.
Ralph is still alive. Anyway, that's the smallest haul you're ever likely to see on the internet.
Yes.
All right, what's saying?
Ralph's been dodging left and right, but Jeff's got moves that are out of sight. He leaps and bounds. He's full of grace, but Ralph's still flying in his place.
If you've just joined, Phil is using the AI chatbot to write poems.
Susan says, sounds like my grandma's false teeth.
Hello, Sarah. Glad you made it. Good to see you.
And it's so funny because he stares at walls and The fly is like behind him and flying around.
I'm scared he's going to suddenly jump for him and knock the
know.
computer off or something.
Yeah, Haunted Coachman said my cat would catch it. Yeah.
Well, someone was saying, there, look, Thrifty Georgie, my dog Buster chases spiders. I don't know what he does with spiders,
No,
does he?
he doesn't. No, he's seen spiders before. He doesn't like them.
Are you scared of spiders? He's totally tuned me out. That is
He's
like
obsessed. He's absolutely obsessed. He
Where's it
spent all yesterday evening just staring in space, looking for this fly. Oh dear.
oh yeah, Tina. There was that what you were reading?
Yeah.
My late Westie loved trying to catch flies. He never caught one. Oh.
No, I don't think Jeff will either.
Yeah, my cat would. We once had, it wasn't our cat, but we shared a house. I think I've said before.
Yeah, we've shared this story.
There was a
before.
cat and
It's
it
very
jumped up and caught a fly midair, landed.
The funniest part about this story is that you spent a good half an hour or so trying to get this fly.
I did.
And the cat was just watching him, like absolutely intently, just watching every move that Nick was making. And then Nick went, oh, I give up. And he went and sat down, and the cat got off the sofa and just went, whoo, and got it.
Well, how it did it, it was like a ninja. It just jumped about 2 or 3 foot up, straight up, caught it, and then did a bit of a somersault and landed on its feet. And then it gave me a look of, there you go.
Yeah.
That solved your fly problem.
Stupid human.
Stupid humans. Loving Jeff. Hi, Selena. Hope you're well. My cats wouldn't catch it because they're flipping useless.
Oh.
Jeff the Westie's on the prowl. His prey is Ralph. A fly so foul, he's been buzzing around the room and just determined to catch him soon.
You are.
That's my hand. Don't panic.
Say hello to people.
No, he is only interested in Ralph. Right.
Oh, what are you doing getting up there? You can't.
Oh, people are blowing kisses to you.
Do you want to get down now?
He's not bothered, I'm afraid. He's obsessed with a cat, with a cow.
With a cow?
Oh my word! What has happened to my mind? A fly.
He couldn't catch a cow either.
My Roxy ate a big spider. Oh, that makes me feel ill.
Yeah, he did actually catch a fly once. He
Mm.
did, and he spat it out. He was so surprised by it. Spat it out.
He didn't like the taste. Spat it back out on the sofa, and this poor fly's crawling around, and he's just staring at it, going, "I don't know what to do now." But he's clearly forgotten because he's trying to catch this one.
Yeah.
Jeff reminds me so much of my late Barney, doppelganger.
Aww.
Famous, fabulous breed, full of fun and very stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tell us
He's
about it.
very stubborn.
When he doesn't want to go out for a walk, he just digs his feet in and says, "No, I'm not going anywhere."
Did you get it? No.
Has he got it?
No.
No. Very stubborn, if anything like mine. Such lovable characters.
Yeah.
They are. That's what they are. They are full of character, and yeah, he makes us laugh daily because he's so funny and he's very expressionful. I managed to.
Expressionful.
Is that a word?
I don't know. Oh! Did you hear that?
Did you get it?
No.
I managed to get a picture. Jeff has an Instagram account. Please follow him on there. We share pictures of him. I'm sorry, he shares pictures of him. And the other day I snapped him and it looked like he was laughing. Did you see that one? Let's see if I can find it for people. What's his Instagram called again?
It's called The Daily Jeff.
That's it, The Daily Jeff. I think with spaces. Or was it dashes or something? It's dashes, isn't it? Dots. The.daily.jeff. Let's see if I can find the one. Look at that. Yeah.
I'm just reading Chris's comment here. My mate bred poultry to get a 3-legged chicken. When I asked what it tasted like, he said, "I don't know. I've never been able to catch one." Oh, Junie says, the studio pottery candlestick, if it said Sark on the bottom, it would have been made by Michael and Sylvia Thorpe, before they gave up their pottery studio in 92. Oh, okay. Thank you, Junie.
Is that what it says?
I think it does.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you've nailed it.
Yeah.
Certainly looks like Sark.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Junie.
Shall I screen grab that
Yes, please.
comment? Bear with. I'm using technology.
Sylvia's asking a question. Guys, do you know that Tiny's taxis are good? Yes, they are. Yeah, so are Castles. Yeah, Castles and Tiny's are probably the oldest, and Boxalls as well, the oldest companies in Hitchins. They've got good reputations.
I think we've used all of them at some time or another. They're all very established firms, have a good reputation. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Lex. Hello. Hello, Lex. Any concerts coming up, and how far are you from the city? Thank you for the super chat.
Hello, Krillin. Rob.
Not Krillin anymore.
Not Krillin anymore. I can't get rid of that name out of my head. Yes, not coming up imminently.
No, I think we've got to wait for June. Although I'm going to see Hamilton with Ellen in April.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, London?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Ralph.
Yeah, we've got 2 in the space of 2 weeks. We're seeing Depeche Mode, and then we're seeing Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, Depeche Mode at Twickenham, which is a big rugby stadium in West London. We've seen a couple of gigs there, U2 and Genesis. It's not the best live venue, but it will be an epic show. Yeah. And then Pet Shop Boys is in a smaller venue in Brighton. Our daughter's coming with us. Have the 3 of us done a gig before, apart from festivals?
No, just the festival, I think. Don't think we've been to a concert together.
Yeah, that's going to be really good because it's in the Venn diagram of all of our 3 tastes. Pet Shop Boys is kind of the sweet spot where we all cross over, right? Kind of is. And we're all looking forward to that one. So that would be cool.
Yeah. Oh, and then in July is finally rescheduled Hollywood Vampires.
Oh, who are you going with?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm either going with you or Ellen. Neither of you particularly want to go, but I've got 2 tickets.
I'm not fussed about that. It's not really my bag.
You might have to though, because Ellen can't come.
Where is it?
I think it's the O2. I think so. Might be Wembley. It's been so long, I can't remember.
You bought them like 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, pandemic happened and then they're rescheduled.
Is Jeff coming to Hitchin?
He is. Yes. He can't come to the pub, but he is coming to Hitchin.
Is that pub not dog friendly?
No.
No, he will have to stay at the Airbnb. But that'll be fine. We may have to pop back and let him out.
Well, we will.
At some point in the
evening.
evening.
I'll have to do that a few times.
Well, if we're there from
I will have to do that a few times during the day.
From noon till closing, we'll have to do, at least 3 or 4.
But where we're staying is literally on the outskirts of town, so it's not far.
It's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, thanks again, Rob, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Hope you're well. Pete's in. Are you coming down for the meetup, Pete? Could you get down? I can't remember what you said. I think you had issues with the date. Just popping in before Happy Valley starts? What's that?
Yeah, I've never got into that. There's a thing with Sarah Lancashire.
Ah. Jeff and Ralph, the sequel to Tom and Jerry.
Oh, I see Blaney says, torn between you and the pottery throwdown. I'm going to watch that afterwards.
Yeah, Ellen's keen on that one, isn't she?
Yeah, she's currently watching a 21 Pilots live stream because it's 10 years today since Vessel came out. So they're celebrating today.
Our dog tries to catch the gecko that is loose around our house.
Oh no, poor gecko.
I know. We call flies sky raisins. Our dogs think they're delicious.
Sky raisins.
There go Grandma's teeth again. Oh, we're way behind.
Jeff is a very good singer. Yeah.
Look at the emoji thing going on there. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, if you do want to go and follow Jeff on it, you can follow me, but Jeff's probably way more interesting. We post. Oh, this was the one I was showing before. That was my Christmas present from my sister, or one of my sisters. And Jeff is the expression is, yeah, yeah, whatever, Dad. Sure. Oh, this was a cute picture. Look at a little face.
Oh, we've got a super chat here from Jonathan. Is there a fly catching section in crafts? There should be, shouldn't there?
Yeah, but Jeff's been after this one for like 24 hours, so I don't think he'd be winning any prizes. The fly is winning.
Yeah, but thank you for the super chat. Tina says you were right digging in their heels when wanting to sniff the
P-mails.
P-mails.
That's brilliant. P-mails.
My Westie was almost impossible to move if he wanted to sniff, like embedded in concrete.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've had issues with Jeff. He's a very anxious dog, and he doesn't like loud noises. Now it's hunting season around here. Shooting, people are out shooting partridge, pheasant, whatever.
Oh, it's been a
So
nightmare.
if we go out and there's people out shooting, even if it's faint in the distance, he hears it and he wants to go home, and then he'll just root himself to the spot. So we've ended up, because he needs to get some exercise. So we've ended up, and he's so stubborn, he won't move. So then we end up picking him up, walking as far as we can carry him, and then he'll happily walk home. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes, it's not been fun at all.
No, it doesn't matter how faint they are in the distance either. He gets so spooked, he wants to go home.
Neil says, aren't there some decent gigs Norwich Way and Cambridge?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean,
have-
we probably spent more than we should have done on a lot of the tickets we bought recently, and
but you're not going to see the Pet Shop Boys and Depeche Mode in Norwich.
No,
So-
but you're right, Neil. We could catch some great smaller gigs. I mean, even in Dish, they've got like Town Hall there. They had Blancmange play.
I did. I wish we had tickets for that. I didn't see it in time.
It was shortly after we moved in, I think. When we came up to look at the house one time, I think we saw that was scheduled. But yeah, it would be great to see some gigs in Norwich.
Cambridge Corn Exchange isn't too far away, and we did have tickets for First Aid Kit, but then we sold them because it just didn't work out.
It clashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to look into
look out for it,
because Norwich for us is so convenient now, and it's a lovely city. I want to go back up there again at some point.
But we're seeing Pet Shop Boys in Brighton.
It's a sin. Yes, exactly. Lee can't make Hitchin. Yes, when you're in Brighton, there's plenty of coffee shops to meet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It's difficult because we're usually there for like a matter of hours, and then we're spending that time with Ellen. So we keep saying to Stall we need to meet up as well, don't we?
Can you bring some of your dad's honey to the meetup for me to buy, or would I have to buy it online? They don't really sell online.
They don't sell it online.
I don't know. Have we got any spare jars?
I don't know.
Because I don't think we're going to my parents before the meetup. Don't think I can sort that out in time, but maybe another time. Yay for Jeff Cuddles. There's N-dubs now.
Yeah, I think I might be passing on that one.
I don't think we are typical N-dubs fans. I don't know. I mean, not really my bag.
No.
Is that the one with the lead singer who's actually called Dappy?
Yes. Many a joke has been made in the past. Yeah, I know Let's Rock is in Norwich, and that does sound good, but I think it's around the same time as Rewind.
If Jeff can't go to the pub, change the pub.
Well, yeah.
To be honest.
But I don't think there's a pub big enough.
And also the amount of time we tend to stay there, it'll be from lunchtime till closing. It's just too much for him. He will get very overwhelmed and anxious with that many people anyway. So
yeah, and if it's dog friendly, there'll be other dogs there, and then he gets all shouty.
He does. He will be happier
Yeah.
and more comfortable.
We will nip home every
at the
now and
end of
then
it.
and take him for a little walk, so he'll be fine.
I'm coming Saturday morning as no way to contact anyone on the Friday. Okay.
How common are pet-friendly pubs? Quite common now, to be honest. Weatherspoons, where we're meeting, used to be pet-friendly, but they've changed their policies over the last few years. We used to take Monty there and sit in the garden, didn't we? And then we didn't realise they changed their policy, so we all walked in with Jeff in tow, and they said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, you can't bring a dog in here."
Yeah, they kicked us out. So
they lost our business.
They lost a lot of business that day.
Yeah.
And that was quite a controversial move on behalf of Wetherspoons.
I think it's literally that a dog somewhere in the country went for somebody in a pub, and they've changed their whole policy.
You can't legislate for everyone because of one incident.
Dog. Yeah,
that's so short-sighted, in my opinion.
That's what the lady was telling us, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the other end of it, I can understand.
Yeah,
but it's not every dog, is it?
No, exactly. Yeah.
Shame. Anyway.
Yeah.
Pete's seeing some bands, 2 metal bands rescheduled. Yeah, rescheduled gigs. That's it. They're all of the stuff that was postponed is happening now. Like you said, Hollywood Vampires. Yeah.
Is there a new pottery throwdown? Yes. Apparently starting tonight. You're going to watch it.
When you mentioned it, I said,
catch up.
I said, is that the one with the very emotional man in?
Yeah.
You know who I mean if you've watched it. Arctic Monkeys. Okay, interesting. Righto, off to get some snacks. See you next weekend. Yes, Lex.
Looking forward to it.
It's been a while. It will be fun to catch up with everybody and meet some new people, obviously. And as we said, as we said last week, this is open to everybody. It's not, you don't have to be a reseller. You don't have to be anything. If you just want to turn up and have a chat, have a drink, do whatever, stay as short or as long as you like. It's just open invite, really. Yeah. And we've got no big plans. It's not a fundraiser.
No, and we haven't booked it out either, so it's just kind of winging it.
Yeah, we'll be winging it. But it worked just right last time. It was relaxed and fun. We might have to play a couple of rounds of heads and bums.
Oh yeah,
because it's just fun. Yeah, we'll do that. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to turn up and play it because it's fun.
Well, we can see if the pub have got a charity jar and do that.
Yeah, or just the traditional way is you put all of the money in a pot and the winner takes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or they buy around with it or whatever, Film lovers, new Gladiator, Ghostbusters, and a remake of Willy Wonka coming out this year. They've just had a Ghostbusters. Is it the same team?
They've just had that was years ago.
It feels like they've just had a Ghostbusters.
No.
Have we seen the decent one? Because I didn't enjoy particularly the one where they did it with the female characters.
Oh, me and Ellen love that film. We could watch that again and again.
Yeah, it missed the mark for me.
But then you see, we both love the cast in it.
I don't think I've seen the other one then. Anyway, new one.
Oh, I haven't. No, we haven't seen that.
No,
we need to watch that.
It feels like it's recent. It's probably not.
I'd forgotten about it because I haven't seen it. Monkey Thrifter there saying that they can't make it to the meetup.
Oh, okay. No, cannot make it this year. Going to Tenerife. That's it.
You're forgiven going to Tenerife.
Yeah,
that sounds lovely.
Sorry, Pete. You did. You did say, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who do we use for postage? We still use Royal Mail.
Royal Mail mostly for most things.
Well, I think time will just, time will tell with Ralph. He's going to expire at some point, isn't he? So.
Whether Jeff gets to him first.
Yeah.
He was stuck in one of the light fittings for ages last night. I thought that would be the end of him, but he's come back to life.
I keep trying to both me and Ellen keep trying to catch him so we can put him out, so he can have a chance. But
of course, there is the chance that Ralph
You want
is a
to go
different
out?
fly from yesterday. This may not be the same one fly. Oh, is he going out? Okay. Anyway, my lab catches bees, spits them out,
Oh.
stands on them, and then rolls on them.
Oh dear.
What?
Sounds painful for both involved.
My grandma used to live in Inksworth. We've not
Okay.
been there. Been to Bury St Edmunds. Yeah, we're going to Bury tomorrow.
Yeah. We're taking a family member for an appointment. So
Hmm.
yeah.
They had some decent bands at the football club, right? I had an Alsatian crossed with a wolfhound. He'd go for flies, and if he missed, he'd try to blag that he caught it anyway by pretending to chew it and looking smug. Dogs are amazing. They're so funny. Chris, when I lived up that way, I used to go to a few local bands like The Brink, although I know the lead singer changed a few years ago. Interesting. It's weird that we have an East Norwich. I figured it would be cold West Norwich because you guys have the original Norwich. You lost me in the middle of that. So you've got an East Norwich near New York somewhere, do you? So you nicked all of our place names. You'll have to check out Latitude. You're not too far from that now. 2023 has Pulp. Come on.
Yeah.
And the Lightning Seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that Pulp are gigging again. Because they disbanded a long time ago. Was that like early 2000s? And then Jarvis had 2, if not 3 solo albums. I used to have them. I think I got rid of them in the end. Yeah, I'd love to see Pulp. That would be an epic gig. UAE in Norwich does wonderful gigs. UEA. Saw Skunk and Nancy there. It was a very small, intimate gig. Skunk and Nancy were amazing. Are they still going then?
And the Playhouse in Norwich do brilliant comedy nights, apparently.
We've not done a comedy gig for a long time.
No, we haven't.
Who have we seen? We saw Russell Brand at the O2.
Yeah, that was the last comedy gig we went to.
And we were right up the O2.
No, we went to see him in Milton Keynes.
Yes, actually, we saw Russell Brand about a year ago.
Yeah.
But we saw him when he was doing his massive arena tours, and in the Millennium Dome O2, we were right up in the gods, and it gets steeper and steeper and steeper. And we were
up on the ceiling.
We were on. It felt like the vertical bit.
And then just before, I didn't realise this. We went with 2 friends, and then as we were going in, my friend said, "I really hope we're not up too high because I'm afraid of heights." It's like, oh.
Well, they bought us the tickets. They were my birthday present. I
bought them.
I thought, what did they buy us tickets for to go up there?
Then?
Oh, perhaps that's something else. Anyway, who else we seen? We saw Omid Jalili.
Yeah, that was at Stevenage. We really enjoyed them. We went with the same friends.
We
really enjoyed him. It wasn't their humour. They didn't enjoy him as much.
No, well, Ruth didn't at all. Yeah, he was very. It was very political, the whole show.
Yeah. And
quite close to the bone, some of it as well. But yeah, that was fun. Who was the comedian we saw? And there was like, he'd sold like 10 tickets. Was that in Stevenage as well? Oh, he'd been on like the Royal Variety performance. His name was Will Smith. Yeah, yeah. He'd been on the Royal Variety performance, and we thought he was really funny on that. And then he was in Stevenage, so we got tickets to see him. It was a good gig, actually. I just felt really bad. He wasn't very well known, so he didn't sell a lot of tickets. It was at like a theatre venue that probably held 400, 500, and there were literally 10 people. I think it was more than 10. It felt like 10. There were a lot of spaces. Let's give him the benefit and say there were 20 people there, but I think that's pushing it. And he came on and he handled it really well, to be fair. And we'd all sat in our seats, as in our numbered seats. I think we were even shown to our seats. Yeah. So we were dotted around this place. And he said, right, folks, this is everybody. Gather around and come and sit at the front. So we did. Do you remember? We were kind of sat in the front. Yeah. And it was a good show. I went to a comedy gig in London with John years ago. It was Jack D.
Oh yeah, you went to Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah, Jack D. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we saw Alan Davies a few years back.
Alan Davies. Oh my goodness. People don't realise he is a fantastic stand-up comic because he's more well known these days for QI than anything. And of course, what's the show that I used to love? Jonathan Creek.
Yeah.
But if you can catch Alan Davies live, very good. Way more rude than you would imagine it being. Right?
Yeah. That was, I think that was one of the best gigs I've been to for a long time, comedy wise.
Well, we talked about doing a music channel. We don't have the spare time currently to do anything more than we do.
No.
We struggle to do what we do.
But yeah, I think we'd find that fun, actually. We talked about a few different ideas.
Yeah, we talked about, Lainey does really great reaction videos. Find Lainey's reaction channel and have a look.
Yeah.
We talked about doing some of that, but that is kind of overdone. I have my separate music channel, which is going through hell at the moment because YouTube are being, I won't swear about it, and I've had to remove loads and loads and loads of content.
I think I'd just restart the channel, to be honest with you. I know, because you're close to boiling point. When this is angry, Nick, he gets very, very angry whenever this comes around again.
Because it's annoying that I breached a policy on the channel and removed all of the content that could have even remotely been a problem, and they're still not giving me back the money. It's only monetization. It's not a big deal really, but it is when you factor in. There's one particular video that's rapidly approaching 500,000 views. Most of that YouTube are monetizing for themselves and not letting me share in it. So I've lost well over £1,000.
It's more frustrating. It makes your blood boil.
It's the principle of it now.
Because you've done everything that there was one particular video that, kind of crossed the line a little bit and he used a bit too much found footage.
No, it wasn't that. I re-uploaded an interview or several interviews and I didn't edit them. It wasn't new content, and these interviews are already on YouTube. Frustrating thing there is they're on YouTube multiple times and those ones don't seem to be causing a problem, but I was told to remove them. Anyway, I did everything I could and I went so far beyond and removed loads of highly edited content that took me hours and hours to make. And yet they still throw the same policy at me whenever I reapply.
Yeah, because
anyway, I didn't want to talk about this.
No. It's just really frustrating because you keep doing what they're asking you to do and then they still say the same thing.
Killers. Wow, that'd be a good gig.
Yeah.
And Elton John, imagine that.
Dog wants to come in. You haven't barked.
Both performed at Norwich. If I feel less anxious next year, I may try to come. Please do. And we were talking about the meetup. I don't know where we were talking about it or whether it was on here last week. If people are really anxious, and sometimes the turning up and arriving is the difficult bit.
It was Sylvia, wasn't it? She was offering to meet people first.
Yeah, you could hook up with somebody or one of us and meet outside and then come in together and we can help kind of bring you in, because it is daunting to walk into a pub full of relative strangers. I get that. And it's similar for us. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we're a little bit more practiced at it now. Right. But if we can facilitate that in some way, we could meet you, or somebody else could come and meet you, and then we could come in with you. It might help.
Is it Luna Lou says, I had a very similar experience with the Monopoly board as you did yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
And then also says, my in-laws live in Bury. We love walking through the park where the old archway is. Yeah, we really like Bury, don't we?
Bury's all right. There's parts of it that are rough, like a lot of places, but it's got a very nice. Most of the town centre is very nice. Again, like most towns, there's dodgy bits, but it is good. And we're going down there tomorrow. Are we going to have We're not staying for that long.
Depends how long the appointment takes, really. We just got to wait. See what you buy says, not everyone's cup of tea, but we have tickets for Tenacious D at the O2 in June. I didn't know they were still going. I'm so
Of course,
glad.
I've heard of Tenacious
I'm so
D.
glad to hear they are.
The pick of destiny. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
Again, those friends we were just talking about, Simon was crazy about Tenacious D.
Simon was obsessed, wasn't he? Yeah. Jack Black and what's his partner? Carl, is it? I can't remember now. The bald one.
Yeah.
Hilarious and incredibly talented at the same time. Yeah. Worst remake coming this year is The Exorcist, a remake of the 1973 classic. Might be good, but I doubt it. Scream.
Not seen the original. Doesn't.
Scream.
Doesn't appeal.
Scream 6.
Yeah, they're really going for it with the franchise again.
I've only seen one. But horror isn't our thing.
No.
Neither of us enjoy being scared, particularly. I get that some people do, but for me, I don't get it. I kind of like thrillers, but there's a line where it crosses and where you're scared witless, so I don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think we've waffled for over an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Caesar's going to see Peter Kay.
Yes.
Jealous about that. He's good for a laugh.
Trying to think who else we saw comedy-wise. There used to be
saw Skunk Nancy supporting Killing Joke at Leeds in '95. Fantastic. They were louder than Killing Joke. We saw Killing Joke, didn't we? They supported Billy Idol.
It was the strangest support for Billy Idol.
You weren't a fan.
No, I'm not familiar with Killing Joke anyway, and their performance was bizarre.
Laney's reaction channel, if you want to go and follow, because it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, Killing Joke, an acquired taste that I haven't acquired. But that's the joy of music, and I'm I would never put an artist down or say something is terrible or whatever generally, because if you enjoy it, that's fine, right?
Yeah, each to their own.
Each to their own, and that is the joy of music. There's so much variety out there. Find what you love and enjoy it. Who am I to say?
Yeah, there's a couple of Killing Joke songs I really enjoy, but
did they play them that night?
Yes, but I probably wouldn't want to watch a whole one, a gig that they're doing headlining or something. Michael McIntyre turned up at the Norwich Playhouse when he should have been at the Theatre Royal doing one of those practice gigs. Oh, oops. Woo Woo saw Alan Davis and Sean Hughes.
Oh, Sean Hughes. Oh, what a comedian. He's so, Sean Hughes. My word. Is he still gigging?
Sarah says, seen Bill Bailey. We'd love to see Bill Bailey. He was amazing. Loved the way he included music with comedy. He did a rave version of the News theme tune and an Indian version of Radiohead's Creep. We love Bill Bailey.
I had a few of his stand-up gigs on DVD. I mean, half the gig is music, and that's what's so fascinating about it. I'll tell you someone else I'd love to see is Tim Minchin. He's an absolute genius, similar to Bill Bailey. They're both incredibly talented musicians and comedians. What a combination. Yeah.
Right, I'm scooching down because I know that we...
Yeah, sorry if we've missed comments. We can't read it all out, sadly.
Yes, I will be. I've just been really busy because we've had Ellen home. And it's just, it's been difficult to make videos, to be honest with you. But I will be doing that. I still have a haul that I promised. I haven't done it. And I've got things in the works that I want to do, but just haven't had the time to do them.
There we go. Fauna saying, going back to the meetup, Fauna, who is absolutely lovely, says, after doing it myself last year, I'd be happy to meet anyone outside. I know it can be very anxious causing. Took me 15 minutes to walk in last year. There you go.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't want to speak for you, but I think you enjoyed it, right? And it was fun once you got in there. And we don't bite, honest.
Right, still scooching.
Wow, there's so much chat about music.
Yeah.
I think Sean Hughes passed away. Did he? Oh my goodness. How did I miss that?
I don't know. Wow. I didn't know that either.
I didn't even know that. Well, if I'd heard that, I'd clearly forgotten.
Yeah. Oh no.
The other comedian that I think is an absolute genius is, I can't think of his name, the lead actor in Black Books.
Look.
What's his
Junie
name?
must be reading your mind.
Dylan Moran. That's bizarre.
That is so weird.
Yes, Black Books
It's because we
is.
were talking about Bill Bailey, isn't it?
Oh yes, because he was in that. Black Books is a work of genius. I want to pick that up somewhere. I see it all the time in charity shops. The set of those, really cheap. I could rewatch that again. Dylan Moran, that's it.
Yeah.
If you see Dylan Moran's stand up on DVD for 50p or something, just pick it up. Do yourself a favor. Brilliant. Oh, and Eddie Izzard is amazing.
And then we've also lost, sadly, Sean Locke, haven't we?
Sean Locke. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you loved Sean Locke.
So many good comedians.
Yeah.
Sean had that. He was just had funny bones, that man.
He did.
And some of his storytelling, you'd think, where the hell is this going? And you could just see the joy on his face, the darker and more twisted it would go. And then it get to the end and you'd still roll about on the floor, even though it was just ridiculous. It's just so clever, that man. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so we need some words of wisdom.
Oh, Tool. Now there's a band. Oh, sorry. The chat just jumped. Somebody mentioned Tool. Yes. Amazing. We're going to end on some words of wisdom.
Oh, Sarah didn't know about Sean Hughes either.
No.
We've missed that somehow.
Died age, there we go.
51. Blimey, that's only a couple of years older than us.
Died age 51.
Oh, I went to see the Whitney film with Ellen last week. Sobbed my heart out. But the thing that really struck me was when it said at the end she died at the age of 48. And I'm thinking, I'm 48 now.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Hi, Neil. You scooched past, but recommend Mark Simmons. Okay. Not a name I've heard before. Words of wisdom. Cliff Richard. What? What is this? Is this a new thing? This is the thing now.
Yeah, it's either Cliff Richard or Yellow Snow.
Some of my favourite things are eating my family and leaving out punctuation. Did you get it? Eating my family and leaving out punctuation.
Yes.
I used to have a book called
what
was that really cool book? Eats, Shoots and Leaves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julie says, I lived near Hitchin in the 70s and sold clay jewellery there and spent Christmas up the road from you in the other St Ives, where I'll be living soon, Somerset based near the Pickers.
Awesome.
Cool. So words of wisdom from Phil, from AI. Okay. The only way to succeed, or his friend Al, one of them. The only way to succeed is reselling. In reselling is to have a knack for finding the diamonds in the rough, or at least convincing people they're diamonds.
See, you would never think that was an AI, because that sounds very human.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. See, I've got I need glasses. I think I can't read the chat.
Oh, we both need to get our eyes tested.
Words of wisdom from Ali.
Oh, you saw Oasis. Wow. Here we go.
Go to the beach and watch the waves, breathe deep, forget your worries, and be grateful for everything you have. I love that. Oh, that's so evocative to me. I feel like I just want to go to the beach right now.
Wow, we did want to move to the coast, and then we didn't.
We didn't. We might do in the future.
Well, we can move again.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Don't worry, be happy. Yes, Pete.
Oh, I love it, Pete. Yes.
If in doubt, chuck it on eBay.
That Bobby McFerrin with the video with Robin Williams in?
Yes. Yeah. I remembering it now.
Do you remember my friend Simon, who university friend, big curly hair, Gumball?
Yes.
He used to have a poster that just said, "Don't worry, be happy." It was so him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. If in doubt, chuck it on eBay.
It.
That reminds me of an old family motto when I was little. Everyone used to always say, "Oh, put it in the curry." That was just something people used to say. It'd be like the same sort of thing. If in doubt, chuck it on eBay. If you know, just like that. If you've got worries, put it in the curry.
Was Sean Locke the comedian that used to be on Countdown with Jimmy Carr? Yeah, the spin-off Countdown show, the Cats Does Countdown.
I think he used, yeah.
He was on that a lot.
He used to do the 9 out of 10 cats. Or 10
that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a regular guest. Steve, think carefully before you take small angry man to the pub, even if he is a Westie.
Okay. He's definitely not very angry, only if he can't catch a fly.
I think I'm the angry man.
He's literally just staring into space right now.
One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. Ooh. I love the feeling you get when you discover a new track. I don't know if any of you are like me, but when I discover a track that is amazing, I obsess over it.
You do.
And I listen to it a lot. And then something else will come along, right, and replace it. So they end up being little moments in time. And a song will come on the radio, and I can tell you the exact year, sometimes the month, what job I was doing, where I lived, and everything, because I intensely obsess about songs, sometimes albums, whole albums. But yeah, that excitement, I still get it today.
Yeah, Susan says, don't forget about Channel NEM at 9:30 for the next instalment of Now That's What I Call Music.
Soon.
Lainey says, don't put off going to see someone live, as they won't be here forever, and then it will be too late. That's very true. That is very, very, very true.
Yeah. I mean, you might be talking about music there, I'm not sure, but it relates to family, friends.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah.
Junior says, life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, some are exciting. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter has in store for you.
Yeah, and that relates a lot to our situation, because we both question why did we make this big change again? And we're going to feel that intensely next week when we go back to Hitchin. I felt it very much when I went back home to my parents, who don't live in Hitchin, but they're not far.
I went to Hitchin though to see my friends.
Yeah. And I think we both really felt that. But like you say, you have to kind of challenge things and change things up, and to find out, really, if you stay in the same spot, you never learn and grow.
No, exactly.
No. And it was time for a change, you know, and we're going, I think it's natural to question it all as well. But yeah. Go on then. You highlighted
Damien says, if you're coming to Hitchin, remember to bring phone chargers and power banks, much required by many last year. Oh yes, good point.
It is a good point.
Yeah.
Here we go. Porkies. Music is by far the most wonderful method we have to remind ourselves each day of the power of personal accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I've just bought the local blacksmith's dog. As soon as I get him home, he made a bolt for the door.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, very good, Will.
I didn't even see that coming.
I didn't see that coming at first.
That's good. That, as jokes in this chat go, that's actually pretty good.
That is good.
That's yeah. It's who's the comedian? Who's the brother of the guy on the radio?
Tim Vine.
That's a Tim Vine joke. That is one-liners are just very funny.
If you want to catch a fly, use AI. You could also try Westie, but they're second bestie. I love it.
That's a contender for words of wisdom of the week. Words of wisdom of a wow.
Oh.
That might be the wow.
Monkey Thrifter said, if you haven't been to the Hitchin meetup, do it. You will love it.
Great.
Yes. Turn off your mic when you go to the toilet. Neil, we're talking to you.
Yes. Okay. Right. I think they're pretty much done now.
Which one are you going for? The one that you just said could be a wow.
I'm just reading a few more down here. There's Lee down there. The early bird catches the fly. How is it that music can, without words, evoke our laughter, our fears, and our highest aspirations? Yeah, it's true. Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness. Today is a good day for buying a beige headscarf. Just make sure it goes in the tumble dryer as you've been caught up before. Victoria Wood.
I don't get that. I know I've been stupid.
I don't know what that's all about. Victoria Wood. We were talking about comedians.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
fabulous.
Female comedians are epic as well as some incredible ones. But I don't think Victoria Wood's ever been beaten or topped.
Oh, I like this one, Lloydie. Don't let the eBay world take you away from the real world.
Ooh, intense. Yeah, I think. What was that one that I?
The wow wow.
Yeah, let's go. Let's end on. There you go.
This one. If you want to catch a fly, use AI. You could also try a Westie, but they're second bestie.
How wise that is, I don't know, but we're going to leave you with that. Thank you, once loved treasures. Can't even say your name for your wow. We'll do this all again next week because I think we're going to be back in time.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to head back on the Sunday. If you are coming down to Hitchin, we will meet you there. We'll be in the pub from about midday on the Saturday. Yeah. And we'll do this all again next week, and we'll let you know how we got on. We will endeavour to film. We'll try and make a video each. You can put one out on your channel, and I'll put one out on here. I have been filming in the office. I think I've got a video to put up probably tomorrow of progress in there, which has been rapid. And I'm working on worktops and then the big table next. So that'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
Right. You done?
I think so, yes.
Good stuff.
Have a good week, everyone.
Thank you for being here. There's no point without you lot. Take care. We'll see you next week. Ta-ra.